Hello everyone and welcome back to Critical Builds. So today we're going to be talking about the Divine Soul Sorcerer multi-class with the Vengeance Paladin. So this is a continuation video and link will be in the description to the original video. This is going to be a path that the Vengeance Paladin can take. So this character is starting at character level 8. So know that when we're going over this build. Again, link will be in the description. Please go watch the first video. So we are character level 8 now, and we're going into Divine Soul Sorcerer. So what do we get at first level Sorcerer? Well, we get one of the best features in the game now, which just gives us free advantage on any single Sorcerer spell and increases the spell save DC of all Sorcerer spells. This will all be useful no matter what to any single Sorcerer, even us in this case. Now, some first level spells I'm going to recommend is Shield, Silvery Barbs, Featherfall, and this is one I talked about in the first video. For the background, I said to choose Absorb Elements, but you could have chose like Goodberry or something, because depending on which multi-class, this is the only multi-class where you'll get Absorb Elements from. So if you are going to just down this path and you don't mind waiting for Absorb Elements until character level 8, then get it here and maybe get a Goodberry instead, but also you can just get any other first level spell of your choice. Now let's go into metamagic level 2 sorcerer. This is going to be great, and we have 4 amazing options. The first one that I recommend getting, no matter what, is Quicken Spell. Quicken Spell is pretty broken on a melee character just because of the fact that you could cast a full spell and then do all your attacks. It's a great combo, so I would highly recommend Quicken Spell no matter what. And then depending on your playstyle, I would recommend one of these 3 options. If you're more of the party face and you want to cast some spells like Suggestion to help with conversations, I would highly recommend Subtle Spell. Basically, nobody will know that you're casting a certain spell. However, if you want to do a lot of Armor of Agathis damage, and next level we'll get a spell called Scorching Ray. If you want to do some range attack damage potentially and change the spell from Armor of Agathis from cold to thunder, or vice versa, some fire, like from Scorching Ray fire to some other type of spell, you might want to consider Transmuted Spell instead. So you can get rid of use these spells even if you're facing an ice monster or some monster resistant to fire, ice, etc. And then Extend Spell is something I also recommend because we like to cast spells like Aid. However, if we extend the spell and double the duration, we can double the duration. We can go to bed and cast Aid at the highest level spell slot we have available, and then use the Extend Spell on that. And when we wake up from a long rest, we'll have 8 full hours of Aid still active. This will be beneficial to you and your party. So all these options you can't go wrong with. If I had to choose, I would choose Quicken and Extend Spell just for the combo with Aid, so us and our horse can have a lot more HP. That's level 2, and you will get these other 2, whatever 2 you don't choose, you will get at Sorcerer level 10. So that's going to be a big investment. So character level 18 or 17, but yeah. So I would definitely character level 17. So choose the ones you want here. I think you can change them per level, but again, yeah, I recommend Extend in conjunction with Quicken. Now, level 3 Sorcerer, we get a subclass. We're doing Divine Soul Sorcerer. We're here for one spell that we'll get at level 5 called Spirit Guardians, but we'll get to that when we get there. I recommend either choosing Evil. I know your character might not be evil, but you get a spell called Inflict Wounds, which could be useful. You never know if you want to bonus action quicken Inflict Wounds, or yeah. So I would recommend that, but if you can't choose that, just choose whatever you want, and you get spells associated. It doesn't really matter. You have pretty much access to all of them except for Inflict Wounds from the Paladin, so it doesn't really matter what you choose. Sorcerer doesn't get a lot of spell preparations, but with the Paladin in conjunction with this, you should get pretty much any of those spells you want. Favored by the Gods is great. I would highly recommend saving these for saving throws. We have really good saving throws with Aura of Protection, and this could help it a lot more. I would recommend now for second level spells. I didn't write it down here, but Scorching Ray is an amazing spell for long ranged attacks. If you need to hit someone from far away and you can't get there with your horse for some reason. Dragon's Breath's not a bad option for a concentration spell if you always want to do consistent AoE damage. People love the quick and hold person combo. If it lands, and you'll get auto crits on a humanoid. However, I mean, it could be good on some ad, but most of the big bosses will have legendary resistances, so this will end up usually being a waste in my opinion, but that's just how I think of the game. And then you also have Suggestion, which is an amazing spell, and Silence also could be really good. So choose whatever you want from here. Second level spells, it doesn't really matter. Our combo is still going to be the same at this level. Divine Favor and Hunter's Mark. Again, go watch the first video to see what I'm tell you if you want to know what I'm talking about. Level 4 Sorcerer will get a feat. Here I'm going to recommend Warcaster because we have no way to maintain our concentration. However, if you feel like Warcaster is not necessary here, you can go one level back into Warlock, and then you'll get the Eldritch Mind invocation to get that advantage on Constitution saving throws. However, I thought getting Warcaster here was pretty good, just so you could use opportunity attacks and use something like Booming Blade, or potentially Scorching Ray. So I wrote it here, but I forgot to write it here. Sorry about that. But I think Warcaster works really good. This character just be able to do more damage on your reaction attacks, opportunity attacks if they get utilized. But again, you can instead just do one level more into Warlock choose a different half feat. Level 5, the reason we are going all this way is Spirit Guardians. So Spirit Guardians got changed in this, so you deal the damage once per turn, not round. This means that now you can run around and hit everybody, and then if you hold your action to use your movement on someone else's turn, then you can do the same thing again. This allows you to do double damage, and depending on how they view your mount, you might be able to even do what I just said and also still hit with your character, but probably not. I'm not 100% sure about that. Don't quote me on that, but yeah, so for the most part, pretty much unless there's literally no ads, we're going to be casting quickening a Spirit Guardians every single combat now, just to help deal with some ads while simultaneously doing single target DPS to the boss. Other third level spells that are great, of course, Haste could be good if you really just want to focus on damage on one single target. Getting that extra attack every single round will add up. However, if you do lose concentration, you lose a whole turn and this spell becomes not worth it. Fireball, of course, why not? Everyone loves Fireball. And Mass Cure Wounds or Spirit Shroud could be good for healing, and Spirit Shroud will be your second option for DPS because it'll help you. It'll deal a D8 and prevents healing, so it's slightly better than the Hunter's Mark. But this is the third level slot. While Hunter's Mark is only a first level slot, so keep that in mind for concentration purposes and single target. But yeah, okay, we just talked about this, but at least the offensive strategies. Offensive is going to be on long fights, always Divine Favor, but we always want to start off with a Quicken Spirit Guardians, assuming that there are ads. This could be an amazing combo for ranged attacks, technically, if it's on your favorite enemy with Vow of Enmity. You would have that advantage. You don't need innate sorcery, but if you want to pop innate sorcery on round 2 to help up your Spirit Guardians DC, you can also do that. Innate sorcery is an amazing feature. But yeah, that's your offensive strategy. Do Quicken Spirit Guardians, and then do what we talked about in the first video. I'll go review it quick. Just run it without enmity. Do one attack, get your one other attack for free, then attack again, and then you'll have Spirit Guardians themselves your bonus action. And then round 2, you can apply Divine Favor if you wanted, or whatever you need, or if you end up getting a crit because we have an elf and have elven accuracy, you can throw a Divine Smite on there, whatever you want. For defense, I'm going to recommend using Warding Bond whenever you can between you and your horse. At this level, I think we would have a 4th level spell slot. I'm not 100% sure. I don't remember. And if you do, then the wings here are for you'll be able to fly with your horse because Find Seeds got changed. I would highly recommend having Extend Spell with Aid so you don't have to waste a spell slot on that day, and you can just keep maintaining the precasted Aid, which will help you and your horse survive longer with that Warding Bond. And if you need to reflect some damage and stay alive more, you could use Armor of Agathis. However, note that Armor of Agathis will not go to your horse anymore. Only healing is shared between you and your horse. So this could be something you might want to utilize, but at the same time, I wouldn't really use it anymore since it's not shared between you and your horse, assuming you're fighting intelligent enemies and they attack your horse and not you. However, if you're fighting unintelligent enemies and they just attack you and don't even bother with attacking the horse, then Armor of Agathis can do good, especially since you'll be taking half damage, and the Armor of Agathis will last longer than it usually would. Okay, that's the build. I'm going to go to level 20, but pretty much that's the whole build. We're just going to run in with Spirit Guardians, and then if you want for single target, I would use a Hunter's Mark or Spirit Shroud, just for focusing on single target, and maybe Haste if you're ballsy. And for long range, innate sorcery with Scorching Ray would do a lot of damage. And Divine Favor on top for long battles, since it's not concentration, it's only a first level slot. And yeah, then make sure to use for your reaction. If you don't get a reaction attack, use Shield for defense, Silvery Barbs, Absorb Elements, etc. But yeah, that's the build. But we're gonna go now. If you want to go to level 20, so from Sorcerer 6 to 10, you'll get Empowered Healing. I usually never use this. This is pretty cool. If you run out, if you actually start using Sorcery Incarnate and you run out, you could use sorcery points to get more of this back. Here at level 8, if you're going to level 20, I would recommend getting Dual Wielder, because when our next feat will be an epic boon and boost our stat by 1. So I'll just get Dual Wielder at this point, because you get at the points where you're not using something for your bonus action, you might want to get an extra hidden. From 4th level spells you would get, you can get our Fire Shield if you want more of the reflection build. Fire Shield in conjunction with Armor of Agathis would give you a lot of reflection. Dimension Door is good. You might want greater invisibility and banishment. Some level 9 will get 5th level spells. There's a bunch here. I think Holy Weapon's a trap. Spirit Shroud's better in my opinion. Raise Dead for some again people back. Summon Celestial. Summons I usually recommend, but for this build I don't think we need a summon, but Summon Celestial could fit the theme here. Planar Binding's cool for late game. I wrote Holy Weapon twice. Look at that. Hold Monster people like. I don't think it's worth it. Hollow's amazing if you have some time to set up. And Summon Draconic Spirit could be cool if you want to summon a mount for your ally to fly. Right now we can fly with our mount passively, which I love about the new Paladin. And yeah, level 10, pick the other 2 meta magic options that we didn't get. Sorcerer level 11, we get 6th level spells. There's Hero's Feast is the main one I would recommend. It's going to help a lot, but there's some other cool spells here. Level 12 is when we'll get our Epic Boon feat. At level 19, I recommend Boon of Fate, because our saving throws are enhanced by the Paladin aura. In conjunction, we'll have a 2d4 from the Divine Soul subclass, and now we'll get an additional 2d4. So on some saves we really need to make sure we succeed, we can add 4d4 to that save. And then 7th level 20, we get 7th level options, 7th level spells. I would highly recommend Power Word Fortify. This is going to help a lot, because you can grant 120 temp HP on top of the aid, and on top of it's on top of the aid. Getting ahead of myself. So what's great about this is you give 120 temp HP to you and your horse, and with the Warding Bond, this 120 HP pretty much becomes 240. There's some other cool 7th level spells you can get here, but this is a must choose in my opinion. And yeah, going to the summary of the strengths, I think this build is amazing. It has amazing defense, has amazing single target, amazing AoE damage. You very tanky. I really love this build, and if I had to choose one, I definitely go this route. And if you're not going to level 20, I probably would replace Warcaster here with just one more level into Warlock, and maybe take another half charisma feat here, or just honestly just max out your charisma. I can't think of any other good half feat that you really need on this build. We have free teleportation with our racial ability. We got the Elven accuracy. Yeah, other than wanting to get Mage Slayer's really good, because it gives you a once per short rest, succeed on any mental save, which is amazing. But yeah, I can't. I would probably just go back into Warlock, one more level, get that Eldritch Mind, and then continue on. And maybe this probably cap your charisma here, assuming you're not getting an epic boon, I guess. So yeah, cap your charisma here instead. Yeah, that's the build. I really like this build, and I think you all would like it too. Please, again, go watch the first video so you can know why multi-classing into this. This is a multi-class multi-class path, and we're going to be doing the Valor Bard and the Warlock next. But yeah, please like, comment, subscribe. Click the link in the description to join the Discord. I'm trying to build a D&D community, and hopefully in there eventually we'll be able to look for people to find games and just talk D&D. Maybe you can tell me what you think I can do better with this build, or just other builds in general. I love trying to make characters. And also, this whole document alongside the character sheet for this character is also within the Discord. So if you want access to that all for free, no paid, go join the Discord and you'll get access to everything. All right. Thank you for watching, and until next time.